What's up, everyone? Just come on here for a minute to talk about some things going on. Let's anybody hear what's going on with Burning Man? Right? I guess they got some rain down there, got flooded out, and some people stuck in the mud, literally stuck in the mud. Can't get out of the mud. Feet stuck by foot in the mud, stuff like that, you know. But there's other things. I'm gonna see if I can find whatever and post up on here in this video. But there's first of all, let me say what I think about Burning Man is stupid and ridiculous anyways. I don't feel sorry for any of them, and that's a stupid satanic ritual anyways when it comes down to it. So I have, you know, whatever, it's on them. But now we come to find out, I guess FEMA has been called in, and like I said, I'll post some of this stuff up. What are we doing calling in FEMA to a bunch of these people with all this fucking money to waste, who want to go, who chose to go do all that, who any other time, you know, they don't want you, you know, no one else around or whatever. And now because their ignorance caused them problems, now FEMA stepped in. We're gonna pay to save these people, right? These fools that should have known better. So FEMA was called in. These people are stuck in the mud, all this is all closed down, I guess, Burning Man. And there's other reports that it was fenced off, blocked off or whatever, and that they weren't allowed to leave, and that several cases of people fallen with some kind of illness and disease that they don't know nothing about. And one claim I seen out there said something about Ebola. I don't want to put my endorsements on any of those claims right now, but I'll see what all I can find and post up on here. And I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this whole situation, if you know anything about it. But what do you think about, should we give a shit about these people? In my opinion is we ought to test another nuclear bomb and just drop it on them and burn them, right? And I'm not saying that, you know, whatever, I'm just saying this, what you guys, there's some shady stuff going on here. Or did they use that to start spreading the disease, the next outbreak that they keep warning us about? Or did they use some weather modification that caused it to rain there? I don't believe so much that was what happened, because I believe most of the people that go there are somehow, I don't know. Well, anyways, the point is, weather modification is very real. I used to talk about that on my website way back in the late 90s, and back then a lot of us used to report on that, and people would blow it up. Oh, you conspiracy theorist. Oh, wow, wow. Well, now we got, I'll show a clip, we got from 9 years ago, scientists admitting it and officials admitting it. The proof is out there. They do modify the weather.
Chernobyl to create rain. Lasers? Really? To change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it. Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. Go ahead.
Well, this fascinates me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong. Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to.
Alleged to, right.
Yeah.
Now, we realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo-jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam. firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning.
Lasers? Really?
And anyone that don't want to believe that, well, you're just not paying attention. The truth is out there, and like I said, I'll post the thing up on there. But so I just wanted to jump on here to find out what your guys' thoughts are. I'll see what all I can gather together and post up on here on this, add to this video.
The States government has declassified and admitted with Operation Popeye that they could control the weather in the 60s and 70s to the point where they could extend the monsoon season to destabilize the enemy and enable U.S. troops to get the upper hand. August 27th through September 4th, 2023, Burning Man turned into Flooding Man when nearly an inch of rain fell on festival goers, creating a sea of mud and causing attendees to have to conserve food and water while they sheltered in place.
One person has died at the Burning Man festival, and some 70,000 people are stranded.
So much water. We are flooded.
It is soaking wet here at Burning Man. Look at this water.
Thick, pasty mud pit. The ground in some places is almost like quicksand. With more rain on the way, and overnight we learned at least one person has died.
There's no way in or out for thousands of people trapped at the Burning Man festival. It's all because of torrential rainfall that's turned the area into a giant mud pit.
Can we chalk this up to natural occurrence, climate change, or weather manipulation? Before you answer, it might surprise you to know that 54 years prior, back on August 15th through 18th, 1969, concert goers at Woodstock who just got hit by over an inch of rain were laying the blame at the feet of one entity. They were blaming the fascist pigs seeding the clouds with airplanes and wondering why mainstream media wasn't covering it.
I got something to say. I want to know how come the fascist pigs have been seeding the clouds. Right. Last hour, the airplanes going over twice with all the smoke coming out of them seeding the clouds. And I want to know, why that stuff is going down, man. And why doesn't the media report that stuff to the people, man? I'm telling you what happened. The planes come over for an hour and a half and they seed all the clouds. People of unknown origin were seeding the clouds over the... I don't know what they hope to prove, man.
What's going on here?
But what do you think's really going on and down there with Burning Man? And one, and two, do you think we should give a shit? Should we have to? These people volunteered to get down there in that mess. And no, I'm not saying. I mean, they should have known better, right? So that's one thing going on. There's a couple of different subjects I want to talk about, but that's. I want to know. I want you guys feel free to comment on my stuff, whatever your thoughts on any of this. But let me know what your thoughts are on this whole Burning Man thing. And if you got any hard evidence of some stuff going on down there, go ahead and share it with me or let me know, and I'll post it up or whatever. But right now, what are your thoughts? All this stuff going on in this world, why should we give a shit about these idiots that go down there to, do all this ungodly stuff anyway, Were you invited to Burning Man? Probably not, But, anyways, I'll leave up a few clips and then see. I wonder what you guys are all thinking about this. Go ahead and leave your comments. And then update for my stuff is not much has changed. Still rock bottom, and you know, just like they wanted me. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And feel free to go to my website, AmericaUncensored.net. Sign up to the mailing list, or even, you know, favorite it or whatever, so you can keep up to date. I don't have too much been getting updated on there, but I got revamping the website, giving it I'm gonna change it up a little bit and make it more user friendly for the stuff we're dealing with now. Anyways, talk to you later.